I'm trying something new. This is like my weekly little diary vlog. I tried journaling a lot as a kid, as an adult. I've tried it on and off for years, and I could never really like get the knack for it. I think when I was journaling, it felt very fake and forced. It was like I was journaling, I was writing how I thought I was supposed to write, and it just never felt very authentic, which is silly because like I'm supposed to be the only one who reads that. So you'd think it'd be like your most authentic self because it's just for you. It's just for you to look back on. But no, I could not do it. I didn't like it. It always felt like I was trying to copy like a movie scene. And I think to an extent I was. Because I loved the idea of it. I loved the aesthetic of it. I loved the theory behind it of being able to look back and kind of remember things from a very specific perspective, or even just remind yourself of things you've forgotten, details. And even just like the cozy like idea of just sitting there and being like, So I've always liked it. I've always admired it. It's just not a skill I've ever curated, and I never enjoyed it. I wanted to enjoy it really bad, but I did not enjoy it. What I really love doing is talking. I love talking. I love talking to other people mostly because I like the interaction aspect of it. So as I'm like branching out in my content journey, I thought, well, I'm already posting parts of my life on the internet anyways. Why not do like a little weekly recap? And then this can serve as my like video diary, sort of. It's just like something I can look back on and, you know, understand what was going on in my life at the time. I want to talk about things I've done well in the last. I want to reflect on my week. I want to know, what did I do well? What did I not do well? What are my goals? What are things I'm looking forward to? What are things I'm dreading? You know, just like the same stuff everyone else is going through. And by doing this, maybe someone who's watching has gone through something similar. Like if I'm struggling with something, or maybe I'm really excited about something and they have like tips and tricks to make it even better. So maybe I can get some really great advice from you, the viewers, the watchers, the people on the internet. Or maybe something I have to say can help someone. So here we are, my first week in review. Things I've done well this week. I think I've done a really good job of being really present with my kids. My kids are 2 and some change, and then my son is almost 10 months old, so he's starting to get big. They're both so big, it's crazy. But my daughter is getting better and better and better at communicating with you verbally. And she's also really good at like pretending games. So she loves to pretend like she's cooking for you, or like she's a doctor. It's really cute. She has this stethoscope that it makes a little heartbeat when she clicks it. So she'll listen to different parts of your body, and then she'll mimic the sound of the heartbeat too. So like the little stethoscope is going ba-bum, ba-bum, and then she is like whispering it, and she's going ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. It's really cute. I mean, super cute. My son is starting to pull himself up on things and stand for longer periods, but he's falling all the time, which is to be expected because he's learning, but he's hitting his head on everything. This kid's got bruises everywhere. I thought for sure that there was not going to be a kid more rowdy than my daughter. Because everyone always says like boys and girls are different. Girls will sit calmly and be chill and relax and whatever, and boys are the crazy wild ones. And I've always been like, my daughter is really crazy and wild. There's no way that my son is going to be like more than that. And now that he's on the move and he's getting bruises everywhere from just like trying to stand, I'm like, oh God, this is right. This is a stereotype for a reason. This is going to happen. he is going to be a crazy kid. And that's great. I think it's important for kids to be wild because it's like the only time in your life that you can be wild without a whole lot of repercussions. You know what I mean? It's a great time. It's the only time in your life for you to truly, really, truly explore anything and everything and not have to worry about a whole lot. I just dropped my cap. But so I've been on the ground a lot with them lately, just really trying to be actively engaged in their playtime. Something I haven't been doing great of this week. I've not been drinking my water very well. I am still breastfeeding, and oh my goodness, my supply has dipped so drastically in the last week. It's insane. Like, I went from like 10 ounces to like 5. And when you tally it up, that's a pretty drastic drop. My goal is to get my son to a year. And based off of what we have saved in our freezer and based off of what he's eating, he's not going to get to a year. He's going to get to like 11 months if we're lucky. So I don't know. I'm sure part of it is because I'm not drinking as much water as I should be, but I also think part of it's because my cycle is starting. And I've noticed that whenever my cycle starts, I experience a pretty heavy dip in supply. And it'll bounce back a little bit, but I'm still losing a few ounces because of that. I think it's just my body's way of being like, can you stop? Can you just like make another one already? So that's something I'm struggling with right now. I'm trying to figure out how I can keep my supply up. It's just, it's like a lose-lose situation, because one part of me is like, oh my goodness, if my supply drops off, I'm done breastfeeding. And that would be so nice. But then the other part of me is I want him to be able to have a year's worth of breast milk. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see, things I'm looking forward to. Oh, my niece's first birthday is in a few weeks. That's really exciting. I can't wait for that. And then my other niece is due in a couple of weeks. So that's also really exciting. I have some good content that I've got planned out. I'm really starting to feel kind of comfortable with creating stuff out of thin air. When you first start, like, it sounds like it should be really easy, right? Like, it should be, just make fun videos. But sometimes the inspiration just isn't striking. It's like writer's block. Like, people can write really amazing novels that really engross you in the world. I have several books that I'm obsessed. I love fantasy and romantasy, all that stuff. Big fan of those kinds of books. But so just like a writer can produce amazing, really great books where you're like so engrossed with the characters and the world building that they've created, I'm sure that they have writer's block. So that's been an interesting thing I've learned about myself and content creation in general. Is just like, okay, what do you post when you like literally have no idea what to, like, you just, because some days I'm just tired and I don't feel like I have a lot to say sometimes. You have really great conversations with people in real life, but it's like really hard to convey that in a content format. Especially in like content format where you're not like on a podcast where you're talking to someone else and you have that, like someone can witness that feedback. It's just you trying to relay that. I have found that to be kind of tricky. I started a new series this week. I'm kind of counteracting it right now by doing this, but it's okay. I call it Hot Mom Summer. And I'm doing that kettlebell challenge where you do 100 swings of the kettlebell every day. It's really less about being hot and more about like just being active and fit and taking care of myself and making sure I can like hang out with my kids and keep up with them. But Hot Mom Summer is catchy, and also I like to be a hot mom. It's fun. My goals for next week, get my milk supply back up to just like more than what I'm doing right now. Continue the Hot Mom Summer workouts, like not to fall behind on that. And then trying to figure out what we're doing for July 4th. A lot of times we go up to my aunt's lake house, but there's a lot of balls in the air on that one. So I would love to be able to do that, but I don't know if we will. So I guess we'll find out. There is a storm rolling through right now, so I'm gonna go because I need to make sure my phone is charged and my laptop is charged and all of the things are prepared because it's a derecho, which just means like really scary looking storm. And if we lose power, I do not want to have to be scrambling. So I'm gonna go.